Gerry Lawson, welcome to Digital Farm TV. You've recently retired as chairman of Sunrise after 13 years, and during a lifetime of service to the industry you've been on chairman of the Rice Marketing Board and you've been deputy chairman of Sunrise. That's got to be some kind of record.
Oh, I don't think it's a record, but it's been a long time, but a very enjoyable time.
Sunrise, as I understand it, is Australia's biggest totally vertically integrated food company. Tell me about the reasons for the company's success.
Oh, I think the vertical integration has got a lot to do with it. The farmers grow the magnificent product in what is truly the most suitable place to grow rice in the world. They then deliver it. So you start off with a great product, and the rice industry's got the best storage facilities in the world, equal to the best, and I think on average the best. So it's always looked after well. It then goes to state-of-the-art mills where every single grain gets photographed and appropriately treated. Almost unbelievable.
It is. I've seen your operations, your plants in operation, and ultraviolet screening of rice grains where an individual grain with a black spot will be tossed out. It's a big investment made over many, many years. I know you're going to say it's a team effort, but what do you think has been, what would you like to think has been your contribution over the full span of 30 plus years that you've been involved with the company?
I think an encouragement for people to continue to change, an acceptance really by all of the people in the industry that change is inevitable, and you've got to keep not up with the game but in front of it. Hence countless new products, continual review of how things are done and whether we're doing them the best way.
I've actually eaten some Sunrise products and ready meals and tandoori chicken and stuff like that. Very good, very low cost for the consumer, beautifully done. Sunrise has never got involved in home brands with the big supermarket chains in Australia. Is there a reason?
There is a reason, but they are to a limited extent. But in the main, Sunrise has magnificent brands that people can know and trust. And so people can go to them and know that they're going to be of that quality, and they're certain of that. And I think that that's a hard fought. It's not just in Australia, of course, it's all around the world, in the Middle East, throughout the Pacific, all over the world. People know and trust the brand.
Very good. So some years ago, a Spanish food company called Ebrew, I believe it's pronounced, made a takeover bid for Sunrise. And at the time, the message that went out to farmers was that the company needed to be recapitalised. And obviously that takeover bid was knocked back because of the very high bar, the hurdle that was put there under your rules of incorporation. The company bounced back, it seemed to me, in lightning fast time and seemed to recapitalise itself after the drought finished. And so the company's in a completely different situation today. Can you reflect on the whole takeover thing back then?
Yes, I think when that arrived, we'd not contemplated such a thing, not contemplated that anyone would attempt to make such a move. But at the time we said, if it's unsuccessful, we will immediately try and recapitalise Sunrise. We started day one. If the vote was Friday, Monday, all of the plans were out there on how it was going to be done. And a feverish task. So we went from a gearing ratio of 365 or something like that to whatever the current is, in the mid 50s or 60s or something. but it was a very, very focused attempt at ensuring that it was recapitalised.
What about the takeover bid itself? Were you disappointed at the fact that the growers didn't see fit to accept the board's recommendation?
The board had a duty to present the offer, and the offer by any means was a fair offer, and 78% of B-class shareholders and 68, I think, percent of A-class shareholders supported it. There was a guaranteed purchase program that went with it, of course. Do I ultimately regret? No, but as chairman at the time, the offer was of a magnitude that I absolutely was duty bound, and so was the board, to present to the shareholders. They voted. We accepted immediately their decision and got about running and continuing. One of the real joys of the rice industry is its continual improvement focus, whether it be from breeding new varieties, matching it to what the market wants, matching it to what consumers want to eat. Constant program of improvement. Same applies to structure.
So we live in interesting times. The new chairman is a well-known rice grower, Laurie Arthur, and the company has announced recently a new kind of capital structure framework. I've noted that the growers who supply the Murray Goulburn Cooperative have voted to list their company on the stock exchange. Is Sunrise contemplating heading in the same direction?
I've not been to the meetings, and I'll leave it to Laurie, but I absolutely support what the board is proposing, which, as I understand it, is all voting rights stay in the hands of A-class shareholders, and the non-voting B shares are listed on the ASX.
So you're firmly in favour of the new structure?
Absolutely. I think the Sunrise board is a terrific board. I spent many years with it, and I very proud of the way they're proceeding with this.